Hi, apparently I'm deranged. Yeah, I'm already regretting this now. Just put the book away and go do something else. Blah 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 blah. Repeat, messed up. Irk. And while I'm at it, bleh. That's a new thing now, books for my enemies. I've got a love for books and I love some books even more than others. But not everyone shares that opinion. So let's have some fun today and let's dive into 1-star reviews of some of my all-time favorite books. I've asked my partner to collect some 1-star reviews of a list of books I gave her on Goodreads, so I'm going in blind as well. I asked her to focus on the comical, the brutal, or the very vocal kind of reviews. We're not here to give a reply to those reviews. I'm not going to take these reviews personally, even though, yeah, I'm already regretting this now. And we're kicking off with The Secret History by Donna Tartt. The Dark Academia benchmark, if there ever was one. A book that I absolutely love. I have reread it many times now. And if you ask me, a contemporary classical read. But let's see what others thought about it. So, I've got the first... Yeah, we're off to a good start here. The first reaction is, to be honest, if I wanted the thoughts of a bunch of classic elitists who know dead classic languages, I'd just have dinner with my family. Now, this is totally fair. I mean, the characters in The Secret History are a bunch of elitists stick in the mud. I mean, there's no denying that. But that's the fun of the book. That's the charm of it. You don't always need lovable characters to have a good book. And I'm really curious now about the dinner parties in this particular family. Send me an invite. I want to be invited to those. Let's do another one. 1 star. I wanted to give it 2 stars. It's not that bad, but I got a migraine from rolling my eyes. Are you okay? It's fine. It's all fine. Just put the book away and go do something else. And let's see what else we got. Apparently Bunny's body isn't the only thing that falls off a cliff at the halfway point. Now I will say they are not wrong. The book has a different feel in the first part than it has in the second part. And the second part is much more chaotic, it goes faster, there are more loose threads. I will give you that. This one is fair. Might not warrant a 1 star, but it's fair. Either Donna Tartt has A. a vendetta against rich people, B. a vendetta against poor people, or C. something to get off her chest about a murder she committed at college, or all of the above. That would be D, I guess. Either way, she should work it out in therapy and not in a painfully detailed 600-word book. No, I don't think that Donna Tartt has a vendetta against either poor or rich people, and I do hope she doesn't have a body stashed away somewhere. I don't really think the book feels like therapy, but maybe I've been doing therapy wrong. I don't know. Let's leave it at that. Let's do one last here. 1 star. Boring! Beyond boring. If I died today and this was the last book I had read, I would haunt Donna Tartt. I only finished it because I was doing a buddy read with a friend and it took me days upon days because it became such a chore. I better hurry and start another book in case I actually die today. This is a funny notion. If you would die today, like right now, and let's hope that doesn't happen, but which author would you haunt? Let me know down below in the comments, which author would you be haunting if you died today. And next one up is possibly one of my all-time favorite modern classics. It is, of course, The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. An excellent timepiece, excellent character work, a big commentary on the American dream. I absolutely love this book, but again, not everyone is going to agree. So let's see what we have. 1 star. Did I read this wrong? Nope, you probably didn't. I mean, is there a wrong way to read books? I surely hope not, because then we would all be guilty. So if it wasn't for you, it just wasn't for you. Okay, this is a longer one. This book is pointless. Nothing happens in the entire book. The characters just talk, drink and cheat on each other. I would rather have gotten a root canal than read this book. It was for class. Anyway, I recommend this book to no one. Edit. Okay, I realize now that this was a really harsh review. I had to read it in high school and I was very perturbed about it. I feel bad ranting on it. I appreciate what this book is and it was very well written. It was not just my cup of tea. I actually love this. This is a very mature 1-star review. And this is exactly what I've been ranting about all the way through my college years and when I was a literature teacher, that we should rethink how we handle books and literature in class, because we give them these lists, these books you have to read, and I mean, do you really have to read them, especially at that age? Just instill a love for reading into young people and they will end up just fine. 1 star, never liked this book. Smiley face. Page after scant page describing flippant and superficial people. Seriously? I'd settle for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Jeez. I could make a remark here about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and superficial people, but let's leave it at that. Let's do one last 1 star. Maybe I was just in a bad mood that week, but this book just left me depressed. So? I mean, I guess it depends on your reason for reading, and if you want to read books and feel happy ever after, then by all means do not read The Great Gatsby. But a book making you depressed isn't necessarily a bad thing? Is it? I don't know. Then we're continuing with Under the Whispering Door by T.J. Klune, a book that ranked really high in my best books I read last year video. So let's see if people share that opinion. DNF at 20%. This had none of the charm, warmth, likable characters or the humor in the house in the Cerulean Sea. I see this, I understand this remark. There are quite different books in many aspects. Wouldn't say that there are no likable, warm or funny characters in Under the Whispering Door, but I can see how if you loved one book you don't necessarily love the next. It is so bad. I want to give you a 0, but that's not possible. So I give you a 1. Yeah, we've all been there when Goodreads just doesn't allow you to give a 0, so you have to give a... Yeah, it's dreadful. Let's do 1 star, a 7-hourly poorly written Disney movie. I would watch this. I would totally watch this Disney movie. Then we're off with the Odyssey by Homer, and I've been recently told in the comments somewhere that there are only 2 classical books in the world, and that's the Iliad and the Homer, and all the others are popular books. So I stand corrected, apparently. So let's see what people have to say about the Odyssey. 1 star. I suffered through Emily Wilson's atrocious translations. Now, this is a valid point. I mean, a translation can do so much for a book or can actually destroy it. So I haven't read this particular translation, but I'll be warned and stay away from it. 1 star. Some books need to be left in the past. This is one of those books. I mean, sure, you could say that it is kind of dated. And a last one, and this is a longer one, a couple of comments on this book. 1. The intro is way too long. I really could care less about Telemachus traveling and proving himself, blah 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 blah. Number 2. The battle scene was pretty epic. Some strange details thrown in there, like stabbed in the nipple. Gruesome, but kind of funny. Number 3. I think it's pretty messed up that Odysseus can sleep with whomever he wants and Penelope remains faithful. Repeat, messed up. Closing comments, I don't really like this book. The end. Sure, I don't think I would like to be stabbed in the nipple, and you have a point on Odysseus sleeping around, but I mean, that's what retellings are for. I think there are already some Penelope retellings, and if there aren't, I'm sure they will pop up somewhere in the near future, so go read that one. Then let's have a look at Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. excellent modern classic. I was absolutely blown away by this book when I read it the first time. It is one of those books I often recommend, but again, I don't think that people will always agree. 1.5. I'm sorry, my pea-brain can't handle classics. No. Well, this is an opinion I simply can't agree with. I mean, anyone can handle classics. They might not be for you, but there are many different genres of classics, many different types of classics, and I'm sure there is one that you will absolutely love. So I will repeat this one, possibly not last time on this channel. Anyone can read the classics. 1 star. More like James Baldwin. I mean, well done. Well done, you. Okay, I'm a bit confused about the next one. I don't think it is irony or sarcasm. Might be a misclick, but beautifully written, heart-touching book. 1 star. I want to know what you would call a 5-star book. Then we're doing Lolita by Nabokov, and I'm scared now because I can already imagine the type of ranting, furious reviews that this book will probably have. And I will die on this hill. I think that what Nabokov did in this book was masterful. No, it has nothing to do with chasing young girls, but it has everything to do with how charisma and eloquency and charm can make even you doubt. This book could have easily been about a cult, a serial killer. This book is about why we love a character like Hannibal Lecter. But because, you know, the sexual predator in this book, yeah, these comments might be brutal. Let's see what we have here. I'm torn over how to rate this. On the one hand, I can't deny that it was amazing. 5 stars. But on the other hand, I didn't like it. 1 star. While I can appreciate what Nabokov did and marvel at his style and execution, this is a book that I really struggled with and I had to force myself to finish. It does what it sets out to do, which is to make the reader exceedingly uncomfortable, and yes, this is one of the greatest novels ever written. But don't expect me to say that I enjoyed it. Okay, we're dealing with a closet 5-star, 1-star situation here. It's all good. DNF at 15%. This book is the epitome of why I hate most classics. It is verbose, which is one of my biggest pet peeves in literature. Well, I could make a remark about words like verbose and epitome and... yeah, let's not go there. And there we have it. There's the kind of remark that I was looking for. 1 star. If you like this book, you are a sicko. Well, what can I say? I am a sicko because I like this book and I like correct grammar. Then let's do Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. Now I will say that this is not best Neil Gaiman book there is out there, but it is certainly one of my favorites. I had a great time reading it. When I read it, this whole modern urban setting versus fantasy thing was very refreshing, and I remember really enjoying reading this book. So there's only 2 comments. Let's do the first one. Literature. It ain't. 1 star. Fair enough. I mean, it depends on what you call literature. Not every book is meant to be very highbrow, poetic. I mean, some books can just be for fun, I guess. Let's have a look at the next one. 1 star. Too dark and too modern for me. Fair enough. I mean, those are indeed 2 things that the book is. It is dark and it is fairly modern. So, I mean, there's different kind of fantasy books that you could read. So, by all means, have at it and enjoy yourself. Then let's do Circe by Madeline Miller. Again, excellent Greek retelling. Absolutely loved it. And unpopular opinion, but I even prefer it to The Song of Achilles. I thought this one was much better, but again, I think not everyone is going to agree. So 1 star. I did not enjoy this. I'm not even sure what the point of this book was. Just not sure I ever cared about Circe or her being banned or a child or weird relationships. It was a pretty pointless book to me. I'd skip it. I never cared about the characters or their journeys. Too far removed from real life. fair enough. I mean, I will say there is an alarming lack of ancient Greek gods and goddesses that are visibly interfering with my life as well. And I mean, yeah, I get it. 1 star. Okay, I'll try to do the right sound effects for the next comment. Urk. And while I'm at it, bleh. I mean, this could have easily been just an emoji and it would have conveyed the same exact feeling, I guess. And then the last one. This one just wasn't for me. Maybe the beautiful and endless Instagramming about it got my hopes up too high. Or maybe I'm a realist, but I never really connected with Circe. My gosh, all those hundreds of years she spent just idling away. I couldn't see her as any heroine. Others more interested in mythology might enjoy it, however. If you don't enjoy Greek mythology or ancient mythology, then I guess this is not for you. No matter what Instagram or BookTok or BookTube say about the topic. Read what you want to read and don't get swept away by all of these hyped up trends on social media. I mean, it's good to browse for recommendations, but do your own research. Which is why I leave all the books I talk about linked down below in the description. Then we have Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. Number 1 on my best books I read in 2023. And I absolutely love this book. Now I will say I can see how you either love or hate this book. So I guess we're going to see some people who fell into the second category. 1 star, we're off to a good start here. 1 star. Reading Piranesi is like having a lobotomy by reading. It is so weird that I kept reading for some unknown and unfortunate reason, but I didn't enjoy it even after I finally figured out what was going on. After too many repetitive and oh so boring pages, it took a while. By then I challenged myself to finish. Could I do it? Characters were so dumb, so much nothing over and over again. Without giving away spoilers, this book wasn't for me or for anybody. Hi, my name is Nobody. Let's do another one. Boring, boring, boring! And I hated how the author capitalized just about every word. It was an annoying writing style and I couldn't get past page 30 before giving up. Yeah, let's not capitalize. Let's not capitalize our words. I agree. This is 1 star. WTF is everyone else smoking. And one last one. Oh, and they included the hashtags here. So 1 star. I don't have anything nice to say, so I won't say anything at all. That's my review. Smiley face. And then you have the hashtags did not finish and recommendations for my enemies. Is that a thing? Do we recommend the books that we absolutely loathe and hate to our enemies now? I could think of some. I would definitely recommend Neverwhere by the Dutch writer Couperus, which is the absolute nightmare of my literature studies. Which book would you recommend to your worst enemy? Again, let me know down below in the comments. I want to know what torment you would put them through. So yeah, that's a new thing now. Books for my enemies. One last book, and I had to include a Terry Pratchett. I'm an enormous Terry Pratchett fan. I have all of his books, I've read all of his books, and I went for going Postal. It's not one of the bigger sub-series in the Discworld series, but I absolutely love the main character. So yeah, let's see what people said about going Postal. I didn't like it at all. It wasn't funny, it was just stupid, it made no sense, there was no reason for the golem, vampires and banshee or the mention of the werewolf on the police force, predictable ending, there was so much that could have gone on with the idea, but all of the nonsense got in the way. Well, that's Pratchett for you. I guess you are a fan of this kind of humor or you're not. I mean, a lot of people will hate Monty Python as well for the same reason. I guess it's for you or it isn't. Well, it wasn't for this person. 1 star. This book isn't fantasy, it's deranged. Well, again, hi. Apparently I'm deranged. I've been called many things now in this video. I'll take it. I'll happily take it. 1 star. in which a conman with a ridiculous name is sentenced to postal work and invents the stamp. Well, that's a very good summary of the book, actually. A very good summary. And then an absolute last comment. Oh, and this is a great one to end with. And I will be using this one as my new favorite exclamation of wonder, or as a swear word, or you name it. 1 star, and it simply says, "Great Pratchett." That's enough pain and hate on some of my absolute favorite books for now. I enjoyed myself and I hope you did the same. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, you know how it goes. And if you actually want to hear more positive reviews, if you want to hear more about my own favorite books, then simply go to this video.